Hi, I am IT PhD and today we continue our adventures in C language. So this time we will improve our game. We would spawn a goblin, which we will hunt and fight with it to get some gold. But first we have a problem. When we generate our dungeon, sometimes it could generate out of bounds. So let me generate this case. Like here, you see, our room generated somewhere out of bounds, and so now our character could go outside. So let's first fix this problem. To do so, there are some different ways to do it, but we would make outer wall for our dungeon, outer wall, and we will put it here. So let's me fill map db fill array, fill map array. I make some comments so it will be easier to understand our code. Fill map array with walls. With walls to check map XX, because later on we doing this check, so we need always fill it. Either way we could have bad results because there could be a garbage in this array if it's not initialized. Okay, now this is we put empty, we could say like this, tiles, put empty tiles, not a put but draw empty tiles from map database. And here we would not only draw these empty tiles, we also would draw our walls. So we would have outer wall. It will be like else if. We would have several else ifs. So let's do it like this. I don't know how much, so I'll just make some in for later. So first, when y equal to 0 or y equal to rows, so it's our upper line, we would fill map xx with let's make it percent sign, so it's kind of outer walls which not possible to pass. And we put also on the screen these walls like this. It's first thing. Then also when xx equal to 0 or xx equal to columns, so it's the same thing. That's it. So now we have two checks, and this one we do not need. Let's try. You see, now we have this outer bound. The problem is that it seems that our terminal, it has not standard size, because you see we have a bit bigger size here. Let's try to print. How much do we have? 120. Okay. So anyway, Anyway, I see that I need to reduce it by 1. Yeah, so rows and calls, we should make upper and right border lesser by 1, it seems. Yeah, you see, another problematic generation. So to fix this problem, we're going back to our previous fix. Do you remember when we, in my past video, we increase size for rows and calls array, because array starts from 0, so we have less elements. Actually, it's better not to touch array, because if we kind of make it bigger, we go out of bounds of rows and calls, out of bounds to the terminal. But actually it's better to go with rows and columns which we give to the function. So if we will do like this, and we will check, yeah, you see we have our wall now properly drawn. Yeah, like it should be. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to forbid our room generation go outside of the walls. And actually what I want to make, by the way, this outer wall, I want to put it a bit smaller, make it like 1 less by y axis, because here we would put some text later on. So let's do it right now. Equal rows -1. Yeah, let's check. Okay, and the last one will be just an empty space. So let's make it, it will be empty like this. Okay, because here I wanna put some status information. For example, for now we could output this line, why not? So let's put it here. For now. Later on, oh, wrong. Later on we would output some different stuff. Yeah, this printf I wanted to put. And it will be mv print v. So we will print at rows 0. So it's the same function as move add character. Here we could print at certain place. So let's check. Yeah, you see now we have it. By the way, it seems there was a bug, some kind of bug, because you see we have this small sign, and here, it's not a bug, okay, it's because we put this wall. Yeah, it's kind of a bug, so let's fix it. To fix this, we need to add check here, so where we put these 2 vertical lines, this one and this one, we need to check that it wouldn't be equal to last row. So we make it like this or this, and y not equal to rows. Let's check. Yeah, you see now we fixed it, and we could finally put this text. For now we put this text there for now, but later on we would have some UI. It will be like user interface for our fighting and other stuff. So now let's put and check so our walls wouldn't be built over the end of the battlefield. Let's go here. So when where we generate our room size, it's all right here. So when we're planning to put our room, we should add check if map YY XX not equal to this sign, then build it. Yeah. You see? Okay, now it works. Now it works. By the way, we could make kinda minimum room size might be not just +1, but so there wouldn't be two small rooms, like +3, let it be. Like minimum size will be like 4. Okay. And maximum will be like 20. Like this. So it wouldn't be too big or too small. Yeah. Now it works all right. Next thing what we need, let's generate a goblin finally. Yeah, finally we came to the goblin. And to generate goblin, we would generate him at the last. So after we put already all the rooms and we put our character, yeah, somewhere here we will put our goblin, and he would also, let's make him appear at random place too. So our goblin will put him, we would call him T. T, so let's make a new boolean T placed. So we from the start we put a flag, so if it's not placed, then choose a place to put him, and he would have Ty and Tx coordinates. So let's make them Ty, Tx. It's goblin coordinates. By the way, we do not need even to give certain spot when at start. We do not need to initialize this. By the way, yeah, this one should be removed. We do not need to initialize them. Okay, so it's our Ty and Tx. Put it and make it placed. And now let's put it. Very simple, very easy actually. Player will be like draw player, draw goblin. Let's try. Funny. Yeah, I forgot to change coordinates. Yeah, okay. Again. You see, yeah, we should add a check. Yes, here, I forgot. It's hard to film videos. When I program at regular basis without video, I do not make such stupid mistakes all the time. Okay, so you see, we add this thing, it works. By the way, sometimes we could put our goblin accidentally here, or player. Yeah, because we need to define it like rows -1. It should be. But we will, if we would make it like rows -1, it could be negative value. So we need to think. Actually, this library and cursor give possibility to use windows, and with the windows you could like make different windows and operate within them. So it could be easier. But you need to refresh them. So let's for our learning, let's do this for now. Wait. No, it's actually all right, because we put all these empty tiles only, so we could make it different. We could not map it like this. We could only draw them without mapping. Yeah, you see, then it would, we kind of exclude this problem. Okay, what now? Let's now fight with the goblin, and if we will fight with the goblin, it will appear in some random spot. We already did it for incurses, so let's do it here. If we need to check our Y, our player coordinate the same as goblin coordinate. Yeah. Then we should respawn goblin. There are some different ways to do it. Actually, we could even do such stuff. Just reset it. Yeah. Let's try. Okay. Yes. Typo as always. So now if we would come. Yeah, it should be 0, of course. Another typo. Also, I want to draw goblin before me. T placed. Yes, another typo. Oh my god. So stupid, but it's how it is. Okay, you see it now, it works. The thing is that you see it's appearing one turn after. But it's alright actually. I think it's alright. We could make it to appear immediately. To do so, we could just put this stuff like this. Yeah. Then it will appear immediately. You see? But I think kind of this is more fun to have such option. Looks fancier, I'll say. Okay, so we have now our goblin. We could defeat it, but let's also make us to get gold, and we would put this gold here in our interface. So here we would put like our gold. We would put it like player gold. Let's call it P gold. Okay. And when we defeat a goblin, our gold will be increased by random by 10, I think. +1. From 1 to 10 gold. And of course we need to save it somewhere like okay, let's put it here. P gold. Let's test. 8 gold, you see. 15 gold. So we already made kinda game where you could do it. Next thing which we want, let's generate this. By the way, what we already can do some funny thing, which we already kinda implemented even. We could not only replace the goblin, we could also replace the room and player. Yes, so something like this. And it's kinda already quite unusual game will be. Take a look. Okay, you see, so we kinda like randomly teleported to another spot. Cool, huh? So this game it's already more interesting to play. Yeah. Okay, by the way, we had a bug there. I do not know what the bug is. I think maybe because this thing appeared in some forbidden spot. To debug such stuff, it's better to run the game in debug mode. Then it will be easier to understand what's happening. And you see sometimes another room generated. Yeah, another room generates yet another bug. So sometimes we have two rooms. So we could look for some bugs. Yeah, I think it's a bug with the room creation. So where it is, we need to add check to block some overflows. Because sometimes when we just generate our room, we need to make it not possible to generate it at places which is less than our minimum places. What we do, we add here like, so our y can't be less than, must be more than 0. Yeah. And our y must be less than rows. Yeah, so when we generate our room, we shouldn't be possible to go deeper, smaller, deeper than borders. Yeah, because here we just check, is it a border? So if it's not a border, if it's not our border wall, then do it. So you could kind of also overflow it, even though you have this size of the room. So you see the size of the room, it could be too big sometimes, and it could overflow our room point, could go out. That's why we need to prevent it in the room generation. Y more than 0 should be. Y should be less than limit rows. Also, let's move next line. X must be more than 0, and X must be less than columns. Like this. I think not just simple rows, but rows minus 1. Because do you remember we have UI line? Something like this. Let's try. So now we shouldn't have any glitches. Let me make it again. While I looked for this bug, I disabled this room and player. So let's play a bit with generation and get some gold. For now it looks legit. Yeah. Yeah, I tested a bit. You see I have 200 gold. You please write me in the comments how much gold did you made maximum. It will be interesting to know. And everything generates alright. You see this little bug. But it's not what we want actually. Yeah, it's fun game and you could improve it, make it more interesting, like to add it some real-time factor to it there. But we want to add not one room, but a lot of rooms. So let's make our dungeon more interesting. So it wouldn't be just one small room, but it will be a lot of rooms. And to do so, what we need? We need to add kind of cycle to be able to place a lot of rooms there. Not just one room, but like 5 rooms, or 10 rooms. So let's go. First of all, let's define room number. How much rooms do we want to put? So our flag t placed, not t placed, but room placed. Where is it? Yeah, we would make it not boolean, but we would make it integer. So we would be able to look to put more, to give it more different values. So if room placed 0, then we should generate a lot of rooms. But even not 0, but let's make it like if room placed less than 10. So let's generate 10 rooms. Actually, you could make it like put random number. So let's make random number. Like int room numbers, room num, and it will be equal to rand from 1 till like 15. Let it be okay, 12 plus 1. And the thing is that now we would generate it every time. So we need actually to generate it only once. So we still would make it like while it's 0, then we generate number of room, and finally we would see our code will go. Actually, we could move it to this different function. We could put room generation to different function, but for now let's leave it here. It's all right. So we would simplify code after we would end it. Still not too big for functions. So if a room placed less than a room number, not if but while, yeah, while it's so, we generate our rooms. But rooms become not just placed, we increase counter. Let's test. Yeah, you see, it was quite easy. Let's test again. Now our goblin appear in different room than we are, and we all the time we have different amount of rooms with this simple cycle. They are maybe not the most prettiest rooms, but some of them they could overflow, but still it's kind of fun. And yeah, I want to make it like let's make it minimum 2 rooms. 2 rooms like this. Then we will be able to connect them. Yeah. But connecting, I think we will do it next time. So thank you much for watching. It was a pleasure to have fun with you. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.